What's happening? Thanks for joining me. I'm Chris. We're going to take a look at a beer that we went out and got this weekend from Jack's Abbey down in Mass. This is their Framinghammer Baltic Porter. It's barrel aged and with vanilla beans. It's coming in at 10%. I did get a chance to try this one when we went down there. They have a new tasting room and all that. I got to try the samples of all the different ones. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is coming out of the bottle. And they give you all kinds of info right on the side. It is bourbon barrels with the vanilla beans added to the barrel. And so, if you don't know, Jack's Abbey, their thing is it's all lagers. They don't do any ales. It's all craft lager, which I can't think of anyone else who does that. So, quite a unique thing. But taking a look at this Baltic Porter here, pretty much as dark as it comes, some slight brown tinges around the side, and it poured with about a finger of like a mocha colored head. Rather thick looking, nice looking beer. So let's get a nose on it. You're definitely getting a lot of those vanilla, oaky bourbon notes at first. A little bit of sweetness from the vanilla, not a ton. And still a lot of rich roasted character just from the malts from the Baltic Porter itself. So, nice smelling beer. Let's get into it. Cheers. Okay, coming back from a small technical difficulty of the batteries dying there. The taste is interesting. It's very similar to what I experienced when I had it on tap down at Jack's Abbey. There's a lot of the bourbon, woody type notes in there. There's a lot of roast and richness from the porter itself, some chocolatey notes, just dark, rich malt flavors. However, I'm not getting a ton of the vanilla. You get a little bit of vanilla naturally, I feel like, out of barrel aging, but for something that was actually sitting in with vanilla beans, I'm not pulling a ton out. There's definitely a nice creamy mouthfeel. It's kind of coating. With the lager, you tend to expect that. It's a little bit more of a mellower, more coating mouthfeel, as I said, but really enjoyable beer. I've also had just the regular one beside this one at the same time when I did the little flight of them at Jack's Abbey. And I felt like the bourbon stuck out a lot more. And actually, from an overall standpoint, I think I enjoyed the regular, just barrel-aged one itself a lot better. Had a lot bigger bourbon flavor. This somehow, I feel like the vanilla in there, adding with the mix, subdued the flavor a little bit, and not getting a lot of the vanilla out of it. So, kind of weird. Still a really enjoyable beer, and I'm glad I was able to get this. You can only really get this, I believe, at the brewery, and I know Julio's has some as well. So, with that said, you know what? It's a pretty good beer. But, maybe a little more vanilla beans next time. I don't know. So, I'm going to keep enjoying this. Hope you're enjoying something as well, and see you next time. Cheers.